I am here to talk with you about some of the insights that I've learned about being in the business for a little over 18 years. Hey everyone, my name is Genelle Geronsin with the Geronsins Real Estate Group, and I am here today to talk to you about 3 of the biggest things that I have learned about being in the business. Number 1, if you are looking to sell your home, make sure that you hire an agent that has a procedure in place to ensure that they get you adequate feedback. When you are putting your home on the market and people are coming through your home to look at it, you want to know, did they like it? Did they not like it? Is there something they might be putting an offer on? Is it something they won't be putting an offer on? Is there consistent feedback in a negative manner about something that can be changed? Or can it not be? And the only way to know that is to get that constant feedback. And while there are automated services out there that can send an email to every agent that's been through your home to ask them, are they interested? Click yes or no. Do you think it's priced appropriately? Click yes or no. It's lacking that personal touch of communication to find out, is there an objection that can actually be overcome? And here's an example. We had a home listed. It was on the market for 3 weeks. Consistently got feedback coming in that the family room was too small. Now, interestingly enough, the family room is exactly or very similarly sized to most of the other homes in the tract. The problem was that the family room was painted a very dark color. So it gave the perception and the feel to the buyers coming through that it was smaller. So with that information, we had a conversation with our sellers. We encouraged them to make the minor investment to paint out the family room, of which they did. We put the home back on the market a week later with the painted out family room. We didn't adjust the price. And within 1 week, we had it sold for full price. And there was not another comment made about the size of the family room. So before you automatically reduce your net profit, make sure you know for a fact that price is the only thing that you can change. The second thing that I learned, especially in representing buyers, make sure that you are working with an agent that truly has your best interest at heart, that will properly advise you on the value of a home, on any deterrents to that property, whether there's noise ordinances you should be aware of, whether there's a functionality of a floor plan situation you should be aware of, whether the lot size may be a potential problem from resale, whether you're looking at a property that may require some updates and some upgrades. Make sure that they advise you on what the true costs associated with that will be and the value that will either potentially bring to the property or how you may over-improve a property. It is absolutely crucial to ensure that you choose somebody to work with, that if you were to call them next year because circumstances had changed in your life and you needed to sell that home that they just convinced you was a good idea to buy, that there wouldn't be a single moment of you sitting at the table with them wondering, why are they now telling me all of these different things that are wrong or a potential deterrent with my home that they never told me about when I went to purchase it? Now, granted, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody can guarantee what the market will do, whether it will go up, whether it will go down. But you are working with an agent. You are hiring an agent to properly advise you in all of those different capacities to help you make a wise investment. So choose wisely. Third thing, hire somebody that will go the extra mile for you. Make sure they are solution-oriented, that they are not the agent that is simply going to empathize with the situation if something comes up, rather than find a solution. Work with somebody that wants to make a miracle happen for you, that is where their happiness resides. There's a really recent example I can give you. I'm actually in it as we speak right now. I'm representing a buyer on a home, and we were actually supposed to close escrow today. And we were doing the final walkthrough the middle of last week. And in inquiring about the termite clearance, because that was the last thing that needed to happen before we could close escrow, the listing agent just kind of looked at us and said, oh, so we have a problem with that. The termite company got booked up, and so we're actually pushed out till Wednesday of the following week. And in that moment, you can see the buyer processing this information of, wait a minute, I have moving trucks coming. I have already given notice at my home that I need to move out of. What am I going to do now that I am delayed a week and a half? And I knew in that moment that I had two choices to make. That I could either help walk them through how this was going to change the calendar, help them work on trying to move their movers to a different date, try and find them temporary housing because they needed to be out of their house by Friday of this coming week, or I could look for a solution. I chose to look for a solution. I got on the phone, I called a termite company that we do a lot of business with, and I asked a favor. And within 72 hours, they have the fumigation scheduled. And while we are still going to be a couple of days delayed, there is absolutely going to be no hiccup with regards to their date they were intentionally moving or their date the moving trucks were scheduled to arrive at their new home. Make sure you work with somebody that wants to make something like that happen for you if you are ever in that situation, and not somebody who just sits by and says, sorry, I wish there was something I could do, but it is what it is. I would so urge you to ask yourself the following questions when you are looking at hiring someone to represent you. Do you feel, based on your interview with this person, that they have your absolute best interest at heart? Do you feel like they know what it might be like to be in your shoes and want to do the best possible job for you? Or is it really more of a dog and pony show, and at the end of the day, you're really truly just another transaction for them? I can tell you this. With over 60% of our business coming from past clients and referrals within the real estate network, I can promise you this. You are our number one concern. You are the reason we do this day in and day out. You are the reason that we love what we do. If I can answer any questions, if you'd like to rack my brain about anything, grab a cup of coffee, give me a call. I'd love to chat with you.